Foreign Policy America First Policy Institute. Ambassador Carla Sands joining us today, and he is a Newsmax foreign policy analyst and the former Trump foreign policy advisor Walid Phares. He's also author of the book Iran, an Imperialist Republic. All right, so last year, Vice President J.D. Vance, his headlines were, he's aggressive. Here we have sort of this, I mean, albeit, you can say it's softer, but I think very powerful in its own way. Ambassador Sands, I'll start with you. Some say what Marco Rubio was able to do was a masterclass there, especially knowing all the tensions. I mean, I don't have to tell you about Greenland. Give us your reaction, and will the message actually make concrete movement now in Europe?
You know, thanks for the question, Bianca. And I really think that it's already making a difference. We saw Emmanuel Macron within the last few weeks say, look, we're living in a new reality. When I spoke about these same issues, how our cultural heritage and the Judeo-Christian foundation and literally the Christian Bible and the common law from the United Kingdom, Great Britain actually created the laws that we live our lives by largely in the United States. And when I spoke about that to European students at the Kennedy Center at Harvard last week and many professors and leaders there, they literally booed the idea. So I think that it's a conversation that has to be had because it's true. And it's our Judeo-Christian heritage we share with Europe. That's why we enjoy this incredible life we have and the freedoms that we share, considering our legal system and our form of government. It all comes from there, ultimately.
Yes, yes, and we're going to get into Iran and obviously that, Walid, but I will say the Guardian's piece called that the tone seems soothing, but it's a MAGA trap. So, I mean, haters going to hate, but most people loved the tone of the speech. Let's get to Iran, Walid, a second round of nuclear talks with the United States, hopefully. The foreign minister, the head of the UN Nuclear Watchdog Agency in Geneva, reports, though, that the Islamic Revolutionary Guard began a series of military exercises in that very critical waters, the Strait of Hormuz. I'll play a little bit of Rubio on Iran and get your reaction on the flip side.
We're dealing with radical Shia clerics, okay? We're dealing with people who make geopolitical decisions on the basis of pure theology, and it's a complicated thing. I mean, no one's ever been able to do a successful deal with Iran, but we're going to try.
Will they succeed? That is the question, Walid.
Oh, yeah, Bianca. Basically, our secretary did a great job. Just give me 1 second to mention that what he's done with the Europeans, and I worked on many transatlantic issues, is great because the United States now is facing off with the Islamic regime in Iran, and they need, and we need, the Europeans. So I think he's done a great job there. As for the Islamic regime in Iran, they are very concerned. They are very concerned first about the size of the forces that our president sent to the region. I mean, it's almost, I'm not sure about the details, but twice the size of what was sent to visit Venezuela. On the other hand, they are also afraid of the demonstrations that may come back. They have killed too many people to be regulated back, integrated back to the international community. And these are two cards that our president has in order to deal with that regime.
Well said, as usual. And now they have Starlink, which we reported last week. And here's the thing, Ambassador Sands, you have Rubio saying we are talking to the decision makers. Here's AOC, who can barely talk at the security conference. Here's a little bit more of one of her clips that has gone viral. Let's play this.
I believe we're seeing an economy around the world, including the United States, that extreme levels of income inequality lead to social instability and drives, in a sense, in authoritarianism, right-wing populism, and very dangerous domestic internal politics.
How over her skis is she in that crowd with her IQ and knowledge of what's happening, Ambassador?
Yes, and you know, we have elections coming up, first the midterms this year, and then in 2 years a presidential election. You know that she's going to be running for president. She's signaling that now.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't. Yeah, and so what we need to do is make sure that the American people know about the benefits of having good leadership, strong leadership that makes their